Welcome to the ArcheAge Action Report for 8 March. Sorry about the voice. I'm getting over sinus cold and blah, 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 and all that other stuff. I am Scribian, co-guild leader of Insomnia on the Tying server for ArcheAge, and we have lots of news going on this week. I can't remember if I did one last week. I think I did one last week. But we've got a lot of stuff going on this week since, we've got the two guild mergers pretty much done and flow as well, and everyone's playing and doing things together, and we're getting involved in the server and all kinds of fun stuff going on. So what's going on this week? Let's start off with our main focus. One of the big things we've been doing is Serpentis. And we've had a couple of bosses in there that were giving us a headache, even though we had done full clears here and there, depending on which one we would get. If you got Lerman, it was like, awesome, easy mode. Let's go in there and kill the last boss. Get through Lerman, get the last boss, get the loot, blah, blah, blah. Then we had Fangbo, Arn Fangbo, and Carmilla, which were giving us a headache. You see on the forums, if you went to the forums last week, and the main news there, Sko posted that, yes, Carmilla was down in an all-guild group, and that happened on Sunday, and since then she has been dropped 2 more times, so pretty much we're, at this point, with the exception of one room, Mouth of Madness, in room 2, which no one's really doing, Serpentis is on full clear, which means anything we get, we can go in there and roll through it and do all right. Sometimes it takes a little bit of extra time, but we do have it down. We know what we need to do. We've got tanks who are good, healers who are ready, DPS. You can put out the DPS and know what they need to do. So good job to everyone in Serpentis. Some of the other big things we've been going on, or that have been going on this week, is talking in TeamSpeak throughout the day and telling you I've been absent the last couple of days for being sick, is the Sons of Anarchy. That's right, the SOA. Oh, wait, Secrets of Ionad. Yeah. But the Sons of Anarchy preparation is going into place, and it probably makes a good sense to call it Sons of Anarchy as opposed to Secrets of Ionad. Even though we're going into the Ionad library, there's going to be so much PvP and killing outside the library. We know that's what's going to happen. That's what happens on the PTS. And a lot of the people who are doing it on the PTS are from Taiyang, so we'll see that kind of stuff going on. Lots of killing. People are getting ready. We've been doing research this week. We know the Xperia plants will be in there for the farmers and gatherers who don't want to go grind mobs, people who want to do that stuff. There are other means and methods for doing this. Remember, the formula for calculating labor usage to XP gained for crafting and vocations is increases per level. So things that you do at level 50 and with a higher proficiency give you greater XP, blah, blah, blah. You know that big formula in there. We've talked about it before. It's been in the forums, and so it's in there. So crafting and stuff is still a viable way of actually leveling. It is quite a hurdle. We were calculating this week, and we think it's about 90 million experience. Going from 50 to 51 is equivalent of going from 0 to 50 once, and then it's 3 times as long to go to 53, and then 9 times as long basically the entire time. So it's like leveling 1 to 50 9 times, which is cool because I'm about on my 6th level 50 character, so I can see about how long it's going to take. Excuse me. To get through all of that. So we can see what's going on. There's a lot of XP. There's going to be a lot of grinding. We're going to see Archeum coming in. They're going to be crafting. We're going to have weapons coming into the system, and we're going to have armor coming into the system. Personally, this week I went through and jumped on the PTS and updated all my databases to do I do the automatic calculation to go through the auction house, enter in all the data of all the components for making everything down from the flasks to the ingots, from ore to ingots, to putting it together for making armor crafting, for cloth, leather, and plate, and for weaponsmithing and cooking and alchemy. And so I have all the new Secrets of Ionad patterns in there from the PTS, so I can kind of see how much it is. And yes, they pay a weapon, the crafting of a weapon all the way up now. It was a lucky proc for Delphinod, was down to about 1K or 1.6K, 1.8K or something like that. They actually dropped in the last week. I think Archeum dropped in a little bit. To craft a Delphinod weapon all the way up. And this is without taking into consideration that you still have to find the pattern in there. Is about 4,000 gold. So it's going to be expensive. Stuff's not going to drop really that much. You're going to see, remember, when the Secrets of Ionad opens up and all those new cool things that people want, if you've got them, be ready to sell them and make a lot of money as they become more readily available. The prices will start dropping, and you'll see that stuff going on. So we should help see that affect the armor market. So that's with crafting. I think they said, looking at the XP, I think if it's killing basically 7,600 mobs. So for those of you who like grinding and doing, whether it's Skyfit, I don't know if you're going to be able to pull 8 mobs in the library, but to pull multiple mobs, we think the optimum group size is probably 3. You can do it with 2, you can do it with 1, you can do it with 6. You just have to check and see how the XP split works out with the group mechanics. So Secrets of Ionad hitting Tuesday. They stated on the official forums that it will be coming up. Servers are targeted. They'll be going down in 11 11 a.m. Pacific time. They will be bringing them up, or their goal is to bring them up by 3 o'clock Pacific time. And what they've also said is that they will not bring them up. Maybe I'm thinking European. They will not bring them up earlier. They know it's an event. It's a land grab, other stuff going on. So regardless of them being ready and the server's ready to go online, they will not be online before a certain time. I think it's 3 o'clock Pacific, but I'll go back and verify. It'll be we'll put it in the forums this week. So there is a time. That's when the servers are going to come up. That's what they're aiming for. Remember the other stuff that goes on, and DDoS attacks and all kinds of other stuff, and expect chaos, plan for the worst, blah, blah, blah. And all that. You guys know what this stuff's going on. Some other stuff going on this week. We had some drama in the forums. Yes, I started a thread this week poking fun at Zumba, saying, hey, nice job with the cheese tax. We got around it. And it turned into this great dramatic thread of even bringing back the skeletons of Locke and Kodad, who had to voice their opinions and say why they're doing stuff. And it was entertaining, and it was fun, and it's kind of irrelevant. Maybe they don't play the game anymore, and we're kind of just moving on and doing our own thing. And I think we've kind of got way off track. But it was fun to actually play in the forums and do a little bit of feeding the trolls, because they need food every once in a while. Siege preps continue on as we get ready to hopefully siege sometime in the future. We don't know when that time is going to be. We have a goal of the number of siege engines and things that we're looking forward to having in the guild that we want to have for the plan. We're working on a plan. We have diagrams of a number of the castles that we're looking at sieging, and what looking for weak points and strengths and how to get in there and counter their defenses and effectively make it do something that hasn't been done as well in the thing. We're up to 11 siege engines now, with 2 more still being constructed. Nice job to everyone who's doing that. Remember, work with me, post in the forums if you're looking to get your siege engines done. And as we have guild money available, we'll help you in doing what you need to do to get your siege engines done. So work on that stuff. Lots of shenanigans this week. There's been stuff, people have been going out. There's been a little more activity on the sea, so we've been able to grab some merchant ships this week, some fishing boats this week. We've had some of our merchants grab this week. We've had some of our fishing boats grab this week, so it's kind of, push and pull, kind of fun stuff. It's the things we like to do. More sea stuff going on. I did have the pleasure of blowing up a merchant ship at the pier in Sandeep, I believe it was. And I think a couple other people have blown up pulled out mortars now as we get the siege engines and blown up other ships and vehicles, and they're having a good time. Border Patrol's been having fun in Hell Swamp this week, although Doom Hunter was telling me that pretty much it's kind of died down a little bit, hasn't been as much active. We think people are kind of backing off and waiting for Secrets of Ionad to come out. But the shenanigans have been there. We've had people running through various housing areas and doing kinds of fun stuff there. I do want to take a quick moment and say thank you to Ups. We got word this week. Ups got promoted. Congratulations at work. He's going to be a regional director, I believe. So he's getting more people, more responsibility, more travel, longer distance. He has to go to work. He's not going to have as much time to play. He's passed off his land. He passed off the stuff towards the guild hall in Villanelle. To me, I have that 16 by 16 in the front there, added to my other little land empire there. Not as big as Vaganville or Vayaville up on the hill. But, kind of just holding and consolidating that land. And the rest of the land was passed to Jectus and Rookborn, who has who became an instant Rookborn land baron, which is good because I know he's kind of buddy-buddy with Locke up there. So that's going on. And his other stuff is all passed out and handed out. But I just want to say thank you, Ups, for everything you've done for the guild. You are one of the primary planners. You helped us get the guild hall built, single-handedly helped get the Fellowship Plaza built. And coordinated all of our massive trade runs and a lot of the other things. We had fun. I know you've been having a little less fun in the game lately. We look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you'll stay in the community. Others have left and disappeared. Hopefully you'll stay in contact, and we'll play with you in other games and stuff, so it'll be fun. The last thing I have is this week Turkey Boys decided to go ahead and single-handedly destroy the alliance or the ceasefire between themselves and Revive by unflagging, because there are so many people on the server that we don't know who's who. They actually unflagged. De-gilded, de-tagged themselves, I guess. De-tagged, no guild, broke up the Kraken run we were doing, and then rejoined Turkey Boys later that day. Everyone saw through it. We see what it is. I think we've given Sinister and Sleepers a warning that it's all, war's back full on, and everyone's going to go ahead and tag. Turkey Boys are easy because we, like killing them anyways. But the full-on war with Zumba is back on, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned today. I know the Sinister Castle is being sieged today, and the Meowcenaries Castle should finally be turned over to Revive. I hope everyone's having a great time. Get ready for Secrets of Ionad. We start grinding the library on Tuesday. Serpentis runs are out. They'll be catch as catch can. Plan them if you want to go in there as you're leveling to take a break. Blah, blah, blah. You're not going to get much experience out of it. But have fun. Group up. Jump in TeamSpeak. Have a great time. I look forward to seeing you all in game. That's it. Everyone have a great week. Bye.
Hey, original root boy, DJ Shaky, well done, John Black. Hey man, esa que quiero conocerla para que toda la noche ya conmigo puedas estar. En busca de una para ti, para que te diviertas y podamos compartir. Río danza, danza, guayo, guayo. Río danza, danza, guayo, guayo. Río danza, danza, guayo, guayo. Guayo, 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 guayo. Me acerco a tu cuerpo, te presto mi atención. Como mueves tus caderas, me pones en tensión. Me acerco a tu cuerpo, te presto mi atención. Como mueves tus caderas, me pones en tensión. Invita al combo de tus amigas, la party se prendió que vas al otro día. Que no tenga compromiso.